Hello and welcome back to my channel. We're going to work on a ceiling today. I'm going through a moment, a week of moments this week. I don't know if it's the full moon or what it is, but a lot of frustration, a lot of things not quite coming together the way they were supposed to, or miscommunications or lack of communication. So in response to that, I'm just going to do what I can do and what is under my control. Now, fixing the ceiling, working on the ceiling, technically shouldn't be my job, but that's a problem for another day to discuss. Anyhow, as you can see, I have protected my hair because I just washed it. Of course, now I'm going to do drywall. What I'm doing today, this hallway is one of, I guess, 3 if you count the kitchen. Yeah, it is 3.5 paint jobs that still need to be done in this house. I have done 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms, and I have 3 left to do. The kitchen, 5 rooms. I did that back room. I have this hallway, the kitchen, which is going to wait a long time, the back bedroom, and the full bath back there. I shouldn't have to paint that one either, but let's see how next week pans out. Anyhow, as you can maybe see, I don't know. Well, let me turn it on and show you. So we have some random screws in the wall there from something the former owner hung on the wall. We have a lot of dirty fingerprints from workers. We have a random dead deer on the wall. That's going to come down. And then a lot of hooks and a lot of holes in this wall. I think she had like a big gallery wall in here. So there's lots of little nails. And I think any of the ones that are within my reach from the floor I've pulled out, but everything above that I still need to get out. But the main thing I'm doing today is, okay, we have the new attic stair, pull down stairs. I don't think I ever shared that job with you. I had a handyman come in and ordered them. They're pretty cool, but it's been too hot to open it and do anything in there. But the old stairs went all the way, as you can see, that drywall patch. The new stairs, much more compact. So that was patched, but not completely finished because these new lights needed to go in. And the hole, where's my hand? There we go. This patch was where the old light was. And since we got the staircase shorter, we could put this light in the center of the hallway. And then all of this crap here is because my hot water heater is in the attic right above that spot. And there's like moisture damage. I haven't seen any progression on that, so let's just hope that if I scrape that off and patch it and what have you, we won't be further problem. And then over here, well, one thing I'm going to do this morning, first thing I'm going to do, I have a bucket of hot soapy water, and I'm going to clean the fins on that attic fan. And then, as you can see there in front of, between the attic fan and that light, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, there's another drywall patch, and that is from the old light that was here. And again, we moved, put the new light, slightly different location. It didn't really need to move, but it was what it was. But the day the electrician finished the lights and finished installing the new attic fan, which, as you can see, we didn't get new fins, we just got the guts upstairs. It was super hot in here, and he was falling out because of the heat. And so he started patching and said he'd come back and finish. And guess what? He never did. So I'm going to patch. And then I don't know when I will sand and paint, but yeah, I gotta, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's this back hallway. Let's come back to me. It's this back hallway, and it's even with the new lights. It's kind of dark. I might, at some point down the line, do some decorating in this hallway. It's a nice wide hallway. It's probably, I don't know if I've ever measured, 6 to 8 foot wide. a little desk, some shelves, something could go in here. For now, it's actually going to end up being my storage space after I empty out the bedroom. Between this and going back to the back room being storage, until I figure that situation out. That's why this needs to get finished before I can finish in here, because I know once the crap that's in there gets piled in here, I will not do this. And it's below 100 degrees today, so it won't be 120 when I get up on the scaffold. Okay, anyway, that's what I'm going to do today and see how far I get. I can also pull these nails out if I move the scaffold over to that side and patch those. And maybe next week I can start painting this. We'll see. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks shortly, leaving here. And so whatever I get done before I leave is fine. But if I don't get it done before I leave, that's fine too. Okay, I just realized 2 things. 1, I didn't know, and 2, I didn't think about. 1, there's a whole bunch of crap up on there that fell out of this attic when they were working that they didn't clean up. So I'm gonna go get a little dustpan and clean that up. 2, this little work dress probably is going to give a different show than I might get some different viewers on my channel than I normally get, but probably climbing up there in a short dress to work above your head might not be the view I want to share with my YouTube audience. So I'm gonna go put some shorts or something on, something more coverage. So I think I'll put a skirt on. So if you do see something showing, it's just the skirt, it's the short part of the skirt. Yeah, let me go do that and clean this up, and then we'll come back and get to work. Have I mentioned how much I hate heights? I mean, the scaffolding is more than paid for itself. But it's still wobbly. I'm still home alone, so I'm nervous. Oh, and you're on my phone. So if I fall off of here, call 911. Yeah, anyway, if I don't have it against a wall, I can't do it. So luckily this is a nice narrow room and I can do it. Also, I just found these work leggings, short leggings that already have paint and crap on them from some other time I wore them. So you won't get full exposure. Oof. It's been a minute since I've been up on this thing. And I just gotta get my sea legs back. there was a time, the last job I did with this, that I was up and down at like a little capuchin monkey and wasn't hyperventilating and sweating. I'm already sweating and it's, well, no, maybe it's because it's warm in here. But I haven't been on it in a while, so I've got to get my sea legs again. Well, what I just realized or learned is that the scaffolding is 6 foot 2 inches long, and my hallway with the trim on the wainscoting is just under 6 foot wide because of the trim. Wall to wall is pretty 6. Either way, 2 inches is 2 inches, and this isn't going to fit sideways. It fits sideways in the front hall because the front hall is a whole foot, at least a foot, wider than this back hall. Okay, so we're kind of doing a wonky angle in the middle of the room. Got it all locked down. And where's the wall behind me? Okay. And yes, Todd, if you're watching this, my friend, I never did get the safety rails. And you better believe right this minute, I'm wishing I had. Okay, there we go. Okay, once I'm up here, and like I said, once I get used to it again. But you know, it's what they say. Who is they? I don't know, but they, Feeler Lucid, they say that most accidents, like woodworking accidents and things like that, don't happen to beginners. I mean, we do stupid things, but happen to more experienced craftspeople or workers because they're confident and cocky and, you know, don't take as many safety precautions as I stand here without safety rails, alone on the scaffold. All right, well, I'm not perfect. Never claimed to be. That's that, and this just makes me happier that this is clean. This doesn't provide any air to my house, so it's not like an air vent that's blowing into the house. It's sucking air out of the house, but I have to look at it. So now that it's clean, that makes me a little happier. You know, it's proven fact, I won't cite my sources, that if you make funny faces and stick your tongue out when you're gonna do something like this, it works better. And please do not critique my technique. Of all the jobs I've done, drywall mudding has never been one. So, I watched a lot of people do it. Okay, there we go. I just gotta get myself oriented. Oh, yeah. They make it look a lot easier on YouTube. Ironically, this is YouTube, but you know what I mean, professionals. Breathe and move. Never thought my yoga training would come in handy in my DIY hobby, but it does, between the balance and the breathing and the sweating. Don't fall in the bucket. Okay, going on a little better. I know one of the things I've heard is don't overwork it. Just slap it on there and go to it later, back to it later. But usually when I see people who tell me to do that, their first pass goes on a lot smoother, and I just got trouble. Okay. Can I go back to sewing? I know how to do that, and I do it neatly and quickly for the most part. This, not so much. I wish I had a, what's it called, a hock, the thing, I think that if I could do that like a pastry chef, I could probably get this to go on smoother. Oh, I fucked it up. All right. Okay. That's good enough for who it's for. Close enough for rock and roll. Whatever you need to say. Let's put a little on that hole. That wasn't a hole, that was dirt. Not too many holes up high on this wall. Okay. No, see, just pull it out of the hole. That's why you don't mess around with it. Okay, one down. This might be a do a little work, take a little break, do a little work kind of job. And it might be time for take a little break, even though I only did a tiny little bit. All right, well, I'm taking my little break here. And I feel silly taking a break already because barely got started. But I have a bagel in the toaster. So I'm going to show you my biggest disappointment so far of the summer. These 3 gorgeous tomatoes, but you can see they're split. And one of them had some bugs too, which not a surprise. These are, they're not Cherokee Purples, Black Crim maybe? I can't remember. But they're the kind that, you know, they're kind of purpley black, although none of them have ever gotten ripe enough to turn purpley black on my vines. I found these 3 beautiful, depending on what angle you look at them, tomatoes this morning when I was filling my hummingbird feeders. And they were way down and tucked up, and probably when they were green, I didn't notice them amongst all the leaves and things. Plus the damn cherry tomatoes are just taking over the world out there, so I can't see these guys very well. Anyhow, I saw them under there today, and there was one next to it that was completely mush. But if I had just caught these Wednesday or Thursday, before the big rains that we had, and before they fully ripened on the vine, especially this guy, I probably could have rescued them and made a wonderful Mater sandwich. But I didn't. This guy's a little bit better, but he's got some James and the Giant Peach kind of holes in him, so who knows who's living in there. And then this one just completely popped because of the extra water that they got the last 2 days. Now, I've been steadily watering them with a soaker hose all summer long, trying to avoid this very thing. But they've been getting a steady amount of water, not a deluge like they got Friday and Saturday. So it's sad. It's just sad. So sad. Okay, I'm gonna take a little right on cue. My bagel is done, so I'm gonna make my bagel, eat my bagel, and then get back to work. Okay, well, we're gonna call that a day. Is it a professional job? No, not even close. Is it good enough for me? It's gonna have to be. And I hope, right now I'm just counting on sanding being the thing that accounts, what's the word? It's the phrase, covers a multitude of sins, because I'm taking full responsibility for the fact that it looks like crap, but I was not the first, I did not put the first coat on. And should I, well, not all of it had a first coat, but should I have sanded what the other guy did before I put my coat up? Yes, probably, but I didn't. So hopefully sanding will take care of the worst of it, and probably another coat. So we'll sand real good, and then a light coat. I still have nail holes to cover, but those can be done right before I paint, because I haven't washed these walls over here where I haven't moved the scaffold. So yeah, I'm gonna call this a day, and maybe go hop in the shower again. This haul will be what it is. It's gonna be better than it was. That's what I keep telling myself as I work on projects around this old house. I hope that's not trademarked. Like, anybody else heard anything called This Old House? I don't think so. I think that's original to me, I'm pretty sure. Anyhow, is that almost no matter what I do, as long as I don't like paint the beautiful woodwork, rip out the century-old plus heart pine flooring, or, you know, take down the stained glass turret or something weird like that. As long as I continue to keep the integrity of this old house, for the most part, nothing I'm doing is going to ruin her. Hopefully it's making her better, and it's better than it was. So that's the best I can do right now. There's going to be a lot of caulking I'm seeing that needs to be done around all these doorways. Anyhow, what was I saying? Better than it was when I began. That's what we're aiming for. So it may not be perfect. It may not be PBS ready. It's not even going to be HGTV ready, because I'm not going to paint anything gray. Sorry, a little snarky there. All right, we're just going to take this down because I'm going to go do something with it anyway. All right, now my hair is sweaty and hanging on my sweaty back. Okay, well, okay, I'm going to go and clean up and call this a day for now. Thanks for coming along with me, and I'll get back in the sewing room real soon. Actually, I do have another video that if that's nice. If I get cleaned up today, I may go make for y'all. So I have some things to upload while I'm out of town. Toodles. Peace out. Bye. Okay, here's a question for you. Come in the comments and tell me this. What is the proper nomenclature? Is this a scaffold? Am I climbing on a scaffold? Or am I climbing on a scaffolding? Like, what's the difference between scaffold? Is that like singular? I have a scaffold. This is what I'm getting at. Or is scaffolding the proper term? Because sometimes saying scaffold sounds weird. Now that I've said it like 6 times, it sounds really weird. Scaffolding. Is this my scaffold or is this my scaffolding? I feel like scaffolding is like the whole structure, like on the side of a big building. That's scaffolding. And just my one little scaffold. Okay, I can't keep saying the word. It's just too weird. It just sounds too weird.